Okay, so it's been a couple of days since I've done an update, primarily because I haven't been feeling particularly well. Not sick or anything else like that, it's just I get demotivated at times and don't feel like doing anything productive. It's very frustrating. It sometimes feels like failure breeds on failure and success breeds on success, but you know, you gotta work with what you got. So I'm kind of forcing myself to do some stuff today, and it's actually been working out fairly well so far. Anyway, as you can see, it's very late, so I'm going to try and keep my voice down because I don't want to wake people upstairs. It's usually fairly good, I can keep things fairly quiet. Anyway, uploaded some stuff to my Lightroom, and I'm going to be uploading these videos. I recorded some videos today. It was weird. Yesterday there was no snow, and then today there was a massive snowstorm, and we got tons of snow. And this is what, March 23rd, no, March 24th. So, well, it was the 23rd, I guess, when the storm happened. Oh, this. I've been trying to prevent myself from scratching something on my nose, so I've been putting a band-aid on it, out of weird habit. Anyway, talking about role-playing game stuff. Been reading into a little bit more about Pathfinder. It's a system that seems to use the idea of feats, and that more feats are better. I tend to be of the school that you should have less feats, but the feats should be more impressive as they go along. Kind of like you pick a feat and it gets better and better and better over time. And I've also been looking back to my old Mekton Zeta games. Not just the games, the actual game itself and the mechanics, and been reading some of the guides I got a long time ago. And I should really transfer the files from, combine my databases together, because I really like reading on this computer, and I have a lot of my files on this computer. But anyway, I think one of the things that Zeta was missing, or at least that it didn't have, not necessarily missing, but that it didn't have, was the idea of advantages and disadvantages, and the idea of feats, something that goes above and beyond just a normal skill, because the Mekton Zeta system is primarily just skills. It's attribute and skill-based. There's nothing really more to it than that. Yes, you can build a lot of story out of that, just those two elements, but I think that it would be at least interesting to try to create some kind of subset, you know, just have it so that characters can gain something every so often. I actually have kind of a hybrid Mekton system I was working on that was going to be a combination of Cyberpunk 2020 and Mekton Zeta, and it ended up compressing a lot of the realism of Cyberpunk 2020 into the cinematic elements that Mekton Zeta had. And I really have to emphasize that Mekton Zeta, it's a choice to go to cinematic, I think is actually better than trying to make a game really realistic. Now, I say that, and I only have about a minute and a half left, despite the fact that I don't particularly like Dungeons & Dragons 4th Edition, and they say, well, Dungeons & Dragons 4th Edition is really all about cinematic, it's not how something is done, it's what you do, and it's like a Jackie Chan film, some people have described it as. I tend to disagree. I think that a system has to be inherently coherent, and that it could operate in kind of any variety of situations and infinitely expandable. I think the problem I primarily have with D&D 4 is that you can't make up your own rules, really. You can, but there's no real set guidelines, unlike D&D 3.5 or Mekton, where you kind of can expand things. They have rules for how you do something, but then they let you play within that sandbox. And I think that creates a much more flexible system, because it allows the game master or the players to do whatever they want. Anyway, uploading this one again, see how this turns out, and yeah, I realized that I had the wrong dating on my thing, and I had no intention to make it into a listing of prime numbers, but I might end up doing that anyway, just for kicks and giggles. Anyway, time's up.